Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the free-to-play challenge and how you can complete the transformation boost challenge completely free-to-play for the Fighting Legend Goku event. Now I believe we only have one more challenge left after this for the Fighting Legend Goku free-to-play, which is pretty impressive. It's quite impressive to, I guess, be able to finish all of the category challenges completely free to play. Obviously it is an old event, but I mean there's a lot of category challenges here, so it's cool that there is at least the ability, I should say, to effectively beat this event in its entirety free to play, because you can get some good stones and some good rewards. You can also grab yourself some pretty nice bonuses, and yeah, just in general I think some really good stuff that honestly a lot of players probably should be able to enjoy. So yeah, in general for the transformation boost team, genuinely a decent team. I don't want to say it's very good. I would say it's probably on the side of being solid. There's a couple units here that are very much hard carrying, and our friend lead also is very much a hard carry. You can use whichever friend you want. Listen, there's also the strength final form LR cooler as well. There's like a whole bunch of units that you can use. You don't have to distinctively use the TUR version, but either one is fine. Basically, to cut a long story short, they're all pretty solid. They all do a great chunk of damage, and they're all going to dominate this event. So yeah, realistically there's not like a huge amount, I would say, that you need to focus on. The best units for this are going to be the newly easy aid first form cell, which is one of the reasons why this event got a lot easier to complete free to play. Then of course you have the AGL cooler, which you can obtain from the barber shop. A very good unit, stacking unit, supporting unit, very solid. Does some really good damage, and yeah, it's just a very nice unit to have that does really good damage. So he's obviously there. I would say he's a very solid unit. Then alongside him we also obviously have the tech version of him. So we have a pretty solid tech unit, I would say, with very decent overall kind of capabilities. He's a support type. He stacks defense again, so you can see that continued trend of stacking defense, and stacking defense, which just kind of makes the team function well in this event. Yeah, it's not the most glorified strategy, but it always tends to work, especially in the original LGE. So can't complain too much, even though yeah, technically I would say you probably want to at least, I guess, consider bringing more damage. But yeah, I mean, again, you don't have to complete these events free to play. This is just more like a side challenge that I enjoy doing. So yeah, alongside that we have the physical metal freezer, the super strike unit. Just a very good unit after a super attack. Defensively quite solid, very reliable, does decent damage. Very good defensively. Is going to help out with the physical phase of this event overall. Alongside that we also have the we have the strength prime metal freezer. Also a decent unit, again not maybe one that's going to blow your mind, but good in the third slot, very capable, super reliable, and yeah, just kind of does his business. He maybe isn't, again, a unit that's pulling up trees or completely rocking our world as much as he used to back in the day, especially under such a low lead, but he's more than fine. Does a great job. Probably the most high effort, well, I lie, first form cell and him are probably the same in terms of effort scale, so that's going to be the most effort you're going to need to put if you really want to go free to play. And then we also have the AGL Arm. Now Arm is an interesting unit because he, to cut a long story short, he kind of does this thing where he raises the defense of artificial life forms characters, which is obviously super duper helpful, and makes them at least like quite reliable from that perspective. But he is in the same time not going to be a main slot unit, which is kind of where he thrives, and he also only really links well with Dragon Ball Heroes units, so that's also something, you know, that I would say you probably want to be aware of as well, just from my perspective, at least when talking about, you know, good old Arm. Although he is a good unit, so I do like him, and he does a good job. We'll be transforming the Strength Cooler around the Strength UI phase, just because that's where he functions best. I think that's where he works best. I think he looks really good there. So I like him in that position. You know, you can do your own situation with it. You can obviously, you know, decide how you want to roll with it. And I'm not going to judge you. You can obviously change him whenever you want to. If you want him to stack more, you can. There's no real need for him to stack more beyond the strength phase. Yeah, if I'm being honest, it's just there's nothing he gains from it. At the end of the day, he does a more than fine job where he's at, and realistically, his defense is at a good enough point that he's more than fine. Obviously, you can struggle if you miss a couple critical hits with him, even though he does have some quite solid, you know, like damage capabilities. You do have to obviously be aware that, you know, if you miss attacks, you might need to use an item to save your team or just keep yourself topped up. The team itself isn't really too bad defensively. I think only realistically the realistically only the you know, how can I say, I think only the tech units are really at risk, and even then it's not like a major risk or anything like that. So I think overall you're probably in a good position to really just have a good time here and get this one done pretty easily. I think First Form Cells Easy A kind of, I don't want to say enforces that happening, but probably makes that a lot more easy to occur than if you didn't, at least from my perspective. But yeah, overall, again, pretty straightforward fight, pretty straightforward, you know, event, super duper nice free to play run, and yeah, just nothing really too wild that we had to get up to get this done. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. I thought it was a really solid experience, and yeah, I would say overall a decent time. So you should be able to get this done relatively easy. I wish you all the best of luck, of course, with getting that done. And yeah, I'll definitely be seeing you guys in the next video. But until then, please, as always, if you need help, leave me a note in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, bye.